Good evening. So who's organising this prayer service?
Good evening, Jeremy. The Methodist Church not only deciding to speak out about 4 days ago, but deciding to hold this prayer service here at this Bethesda congregation, gathering together all their people where they want to speak out on the message of what's happening in the country. One of the key things they've decided, Jeremy, is that on Monday, when they released that statement saying that 2 things need to happen in our country at the moment, it's either the president steps down or is removed. But they do believe that this can't happen alone. They don't believe that our politicians have the capacity to do this on their own, and at this moment at 6:30 this evening they will call for divine intervention. Members have started arriving, Jeremy, dressed in black, that color theme that has been going on through this week. They are dressed in black. They have started arriving, and at 6:30 this evening they are expected to make that call the Methodists are famous for when they say, Lord, fulfill your promise for this country. One of the things that we must note about the Methodist Church, Jeremy, it's not the first time that they're vocal about their discontent with President Jacob Zuma. We do know that last year around the eNCA debacle they did speak out, and of course even when some politicians were asking that the men of the cloth stick to their job, this specific church, the Methodist, has insisted that it will speak out. And of course it's also part of that body of churches earlier on this week that released that statement, also that speaking out against the cabinet reshuffle, speaking out against the current governance, and saying that something needs to be done. And at 6:30 that prayer section is expected to start.
Siki, have you had an opportunity to engage with, to talk to any of the attendees?
Yes, of course. One of the women here, one of the faces that we had an opportunity to speak to earlier on is Mama Dimpohani, who's already arrived. She's actually one of the people who are saying that it's not only in the politicians' hands. Politicians just can't do it. And actually it is important to have the gathering like this where they call for divine intervention. But we do know that there are a number of high-profile congregants that attend this church every Sunday, but of course we're waiting for them to make their way here. But of course the man at the helm of this specific branch of the Methodist Church, Reverend Molo, saying that it's not just about getting famous faces in this building this evening. It's about ordinary South Africans taking their fate in their hands, ordinary South Africans doing what most South Africans do in times of trouble, calling to God to come and form a solution or be part of that solution. So they expect that service to kick off at 6:30 up until 7:30 or 8:30, and of course they've told their congregants to come dressed in black and with candles, and to be able and open to making those prayers themselves as well. But of course we know that this church has that strong link to the African National Congress. It was in one of their churches in Bloemfontein that the ANC was formed, and of course it is that link that the leaders of this church feel that they should speak when they feel that that party is not doing as it should, or is not fulfilling that promise that was made all those years ago when the party